Hey there, it's Karen here, and so great to be with you today on this wonderful Monday. Hope you had a great weekend and an awesome start to your week. I wanted to come to you today and just have a chat about, maybe you are someone who's been battling all your life with trying to lose weight. You've tried everything known to man, and you lose the weight, you put the weight back on. Maybe you're someone who just can't lose the weight. And, I find this a lot with a lot of the people that I coach and a lot of clients that I help succeed. And the reason I want to talk about this today is because, there can be a lot of shame behind that battle, and there can be a lot of hatred towards yourself in that battle, in that journey. And look, full transparency, I've never really had to battle weight loss myself. However, what I do find is as I, age a little bit more, I'm 51 now. So, as I age and I, am starting perimenopause, what I'm finding is that my body is reacting a little differently. So I've got to do some different things. And so that's really challenging my mindset. And, I coach a lot of clients, some need to lose, 100 kilos, some need to lose more than that, some need to lose 5 kilos. But the one thing that continues to show up, and I'm going to say more so for women than men, and that's probably because I coach more women than men. But one of the things that really shows up a lot is, that degrading of yourself, that self-talk that you have of you're not good enough. It's too hard. You fell off the wagon. Whether it's one day, 1 week, 1 month, you fell off the wagon, you gained a little bit of weight, and then what happens is we have this downward spiral, right? And, I really want to, one of my missions is to make sure that everybody, and particularly females, really understand that they are enough, okay? You are enough. When we go in this downward spiral, the most important thing to do is to have empathy. And the best way I can put that is, I want you to think about if you had a friend who said to you, I'm fat, I'm ugly, I don't like myself, I try and lose weight, I do the right things and nothing's working for me. I might as well just give up. Now, if you had a friend say that to you and someone who you deeply loved, what are the kinds of things that you might say back? What are they? They might be, don't talk like that. Let's look at all the positive things. Let's look at all the things that you have achieved. Let's have a look at all those, those healthy changes you've made. Maybe you weren't doing any exercise and maybe you are now. Maybe you weren't running, maybe you are now. Maybe you weren't doing a push-up and maybe you can now. Maybe you weren't eating vegetables on a regular basis and maybe you are now. You would go to all the extreme lengths to pull out all that goodness for your friend or that person that you love to help them get back on track, right? Because you want to help. You want to see people succeed. That's right. You do. Now, why is it that when it comes to ourselves that we beat ourselves up and we talk horrendously to ourselves and we bully ourselves into such a place that we absolutely degrade ourselves and shame ourselves? And I'm telling you, we've got to stop this. We've just got to give empathy and say to ourselves, you're doing the best that you can, and that is okay. If you are on a weight loss journey or a healthy journey, it doesn't go smoothly. I mean, we're not robots. We don't just go on a path and, okay, one foot in front of the other every single day. That just does not happen for anybody. And yet we have this ideal in our head that it does. And so I really just wanted to chat to you today about one thing that can really help. And I see this a lot. And this has made a huge difference for a lot of my clients, and that's having a community. Surrounding yourself with those people that you start to become your friends because you're on the same journey, you have the same mindset, you have the same goal for yourself, but so does everybody else. So everybody understands those down days. Everybody understands those days of meh, of blah. Everyone understands those days of, maybe not doing everything properly. Everybody understands those days of, that thought process and that feeling of not wanting to get off the couch, not wanting to follow anything, like that self-loathing that we can have. when you're in a community that can lift you up and pull you up, that's the number one major contributing factor to your success. And so I wanted to come and share that with you today, because I am seeing so much great success in our community group. And we've also got a second group where, there's a bunch of us doing a 75 hard challenge. The motivation, the inspiration, the results, they are next level. And I know it can be uncomfortable to put yourself into a group, but what's worse? Living the way you do and not making any changes, and actually finishing 2020 in the same place or worse than how you started. Like, if we're not moving forward, if we're not growing, we're actually declining. We're going backwards. There's no standstill. And, I think if anything, this COVID pandemic has taught us, life is too short. It's too short to, what do other people think? We've just got to realize that it's only you're on this earth and you are enough, and your unique gifts is actually what the world needs, because nobody else can actually deliver it. That's why you're here. We need you. We need you to be your best self. And so if you're someone who really is wanting to get around a supportive community, wanting to have, fitness tips, diet tips, and I say diet as in lifestyle, not as in, cutting everything out of your life, but as changing your lifestyle. If you are wanting a group of people to cheer you on, I'd love you to reach out to me. Now, on the other side of this, we actually have a 6-day challenge. Now that starts next Monday. It's super awesome. We have seen some amazing results come out of these challenges. In 2 challenges that we ran, one lady lost 5 kilos. Like, it was absolutely phenomenal. But not only that, she learned how to increase her water. She learned how to, what are the right foods to snack on. That's one of the major things. Like, there's so much information and support. You're given a little challenge every day. It's super simple to do. So if you would like more information on that, the link is below, or just, send me a message. I'm more than happy to share that link with you. And I'd love to have a chat with you. Maybe, look, what I've got isn't for you, and that's okay. But one thing I can tell you, in our community group, you will be surrounded by people who will help you eat better, love your life, love you a lot more. And if you can't love you, you'll have people who love you until you can find that way to love yourself. And there is no downside to being with a positive group of people who can lift you up. So thank you so much for joining me today. I want to leave you with this. You are loved, you are worthy, and you are important. Thank you so much. Have a great night.